You are watching the debate. Thanks for joining us. Today we are going to talk about Climate Action Plan and how to tackle this issue with the help of architecture design. I am here with Nastarin. She is an architect and an energy modeler whose work focuses on saving energy and improving health of building occupants.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Alright. Let's start with talking a bit about the Climate Action Plan proposed by the President of the United States to fight climate change.
Sure. As you must know, the global warming has been one of the threatening issues in the past years. The action plan intends to combat climate change by having clean power plans. The Clean Power Plan sets achievable standards to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 32% by 2030. This plan could protect the health of American families. Not only this plan could save us money but also could boost our economy, leading to 30% more renewable energy generation in 2030 and creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Alright, let me get this straight, but how could an architect like you help the Climate Action Plan to be successful?
Architects could decrease the energy consumption significantly by their power of design. In that case, we would need less energy and the power plant's emissions would be lower. The electric power sector accounted for 32% of U.S. total greenhouse gas emissions in 2012. Greenhouse gas emissions from electricity have increased by about 11% since 1990. On another hand, as you will see in the chart, fossil fuel-fired power plants are the largest source of U.S. carbon dioxide emissions. To generate electricity, fossil fuel-fired power plants use natural gas, petroleum, coal or any form of solid, liquid or gaseous fuel derived from such materials.
Do we need to be worried about our health at all? Or is it just speaking of energy consumption and savings?
Climate change is one of the greatest environmental challenges we face. Climate impacts affect all Americans' lives. Unchecked carbon pollution leads to changes in our climate. Changes like rising global temperatures, rising sea level, changes in weather and precipitation patterns, and changes in ecosystems, habitats and species diversity.
Interesting.
These changes threaten America's health and welfare for current and future generations. Public health risks include more heat waves and drought, worsening smog, increasing the intensity of extreme events, like hurricanes, and increasing the range of ticks and mosquitoes, which can spread disease such as Lyme disease.
Nastrin, let me ask you how serious the situation is. What is the hottest year that we ever had?
It is indeed serious. Our children, older adults, people with heart or lung disease and people living in poverty may be most at risk from the health impact of climate change. 2014 was the hottest year in recorded history, and 14 of the 15 warmest years on record have all occurred in the first 15 years of this century.
Okay, could you tell us how your work could help us with this regard?
My work focuses on the controlled admission of natural light, whether direct sunlight and diffuse skylight, into a building to reduce electric lighting and saving energy. This is called daylighting. The science of daylighting design is not just how to provide enough daylight to an occupied space, but how to do so without any undesirable side effects.
So let me guess. By doing that, we will need less artificial lights and air conditioning systems, which means we consume lesser energy than we used to consume. Am I right?
Exactly. When we are able to utilize the sunlight, we will be more independent from other energy sources, and as individuals we pay lesser for our bill than we used to. I believe the picture is now more clear. As our energy consumption decreases, power plants' production reduces. Consequently, the pollution decreases and less carbon dioxide emits.
I can see where you are coming from now. So, how about the health side of your work?
Where sunlight goes, the doctor doesn't. Our ancestors spent considerable time in the sun, but our relationship with the sun has changed over time due to the working conditions. Many of us spend the majority of our lifetime indoors. Most workers spend at least 5 days a week indoors at their workplace when daylight is at its peak.
Tell me about it.
In my work, I will make sure that buildings' occupants are getting enough sunlight during their time in the building. There are several strategies and techniques to do so.
Isn't that brilliant? Nastarin, thanks for sharing your expertise with us, and thank you all for watching us. See you next time with another debate.